In this video, I only want to show one thing, which is cold start with Alluxio. One thing that I want to get out of the way is that this NFS share, which is one of two caches used by Alluxio, is using 148 meg on disk, but Alluxio is showing 320. The reason is you need only a few small files, and due to the block size, they will seemingly occupy 320 meg on disk, whereas on ONTAP we can see actually they occupy much less. Now that aside, we can simulate how we can load files, or how Alluxio can load files. We can evict a file or several files from memory. Once we do that, now we will see that these files are not in Alluxio, so they're not cached anywhere at all. Now, in order to load files, there are two ways. One way is to do this manually, like I'm doing right now. For example, if you know that every morning you will run some analytics on files collected last night, you could run this load operation from Cron tab. This took 37 seconds this way. Again, you wouldn't really need to wait, or you could be computing at the same time, but then for a comparison, this is how it would work with a standard S3 client. So it's similar performance, and you load the file, and then once you do that, it is in Alluxio, so it is cached in memory. Now the other way is to not care what you need to load, especially if you don't know. So this is the second file, also unstaged or evicted. As we start this MapReduce job and watch this stat output on this node, we can see that Alluxio is downloading this file transparently from the backend or underlay S3. Now MapReduce is progressing as we do that, but it cannot run faster than the data that is fed to it. So because of the slow download speed, this job does run about the same amount of time that it would take to run regular download plus MapReduce job. So at this point, I fast forwarded a little bit. It finished in about 50 some seconds. Now the second time, of course, because I already have this object cached in Alluxio run, if I rerun the same job without fast forwarding, it takes about 5 seconds. And you can see that right back of the result is going back to S3 sent by Alluxio. So you can use either of these two ways depending on your circumstances. You can use both as well. And whichever way you use, once you load the file, the second object as well is now in Alluxio RAM cached here.